Welcome to the Jaron Jarvis channel. I am Jaron Jarvis. Today, I would like to introduce to you, the girl who cried wolf. Have you ever had a really dramatic friend? Like the kind that cried wolf all the time? I did. Her name was Amy. She was a chronic attention seeker, and by the time we entered our teenage years I had wised up enough to question her credibility for everything. Granted, she had calmed down some as she got older, and had eventually learned that she didn't have to be a drama queen or pull upsetting pranks in order to get people to like her. But let me give you a shining example. So one weekend a few of us had gathered for a sleepover at Amy's house. There was 7 of us girls, some of us in 10th grade and some in 11th. It was a big house, and had a kind of creepy yet majestic vibe to it. It was a modern-looking cabin with lots of space and dark corners. A pretty place, but like I said, creepy at night. Anyway, we were just chatting and giggling away, then after squabbling for 30 minutes over what scary movie to watch, we picked a thriller. I said no to paranormal movies because they give me nightmares easily. During one of the most suspenseful parts, the lights went out. Everything turned off. We're talking pitch blackness. The overall menacing vibe of the house increased by at least 30%. Great. A few of us called out each other's names, fear coloring our voices. Jamie? Yeah, I'm right here. Did we just lose power? Obviously. Kenna? You guys, where's Amy? We waited for her to respond. I flipped on my phone light. Does anyone know where the breakers are? I asked, trying not to psych myself out. Maybe it was a temporary surge and the lights would return any moment. Nothing to be scared of. Nope, ask Amy. She's not here. She was just here. Suddenly, a phone began to vibrate. It was Kenna's. We all fell silent as she hesitated to answer it. I groaned. I wasn't trying to be in a real-life horror movie. This had to be Amy messing with us. Kay, answer it, urged Jamie. Hello? Kenna answered timidly. Unknown number. She put it on speakerphone. Silence, and then, do you know where your friend is? It was a low, guttural voice. All annoyance I had for Amy faded immediately, replaced by terror. Something about that voice was not right at all. Amy, quit playing around. It isn't funny, chimed in Jamie. But I could tell she was scared. Maybe you should look in the basement, the voice said slowly, with a sneer. I'd had enough. If this was a joke, it had worn out its welcome. I'm gonna go look for the breakers. I'm not playing this game. I got up and there was a scream coming from the direction of the basement. Let's just call the police, Kenna said, her anxiety rising. No, what if it's just a joke? We're not calling the cops. Then let's check the stupid basement and get this over with. So we gathered our phone lights collectively and headed in a huddle towards the basement. We slowly made our way down the steps, calling out for Amy. Thud. The door slammed shut behind us. We shrieked. I hated that basement with everything in me. Amy. Cut it out. Where are you? Called out Jess. Suddenly, after what felt like forever in the dark, the lights flickered on, and at the bottom of the steps was a horrific sight. A statue or person in an it-style clown costume. Kenna screamed the loudest I have ever heard her scream. We all scrambled for the locked door, falling over each other, not daring to look behind us. Finally someone flung the door open and Jamie was there, laughing her butt off, so much so that she collapsed on the floor in a laughing fit. I was pissed. The person in the clown suit removed their mask and revealed themselves. Amy. She looked so pleased with herself. You guys should have seen the looks on your faces, she mocked happily. Yet no one besides the two were laughing. That was seriously messed up. That wasn't funny at all, said Kenna, shoving past us to the front door. Kenna, wait. Kenna, chill, it was a joke, Jamie called after her. Kenna whirled around with a I would expect this from Amy, but not you, James. And left into the night. Did she really just leave this late at night? Jamie muttered. Who cares? That was funny, said Amy. Jess, Mira and Lynn said nothing, reclaiming their spots on the floor, not amused. From that day on, our friendships weren't the same. Despite her if you can't beat 'em, join 'em stunt, Jamie didn't remain friends with Amy for much longer. Maybe it was her last hurrah with Amy. Who knows? The others went their separate ways. Amy and I seldom spoke, but we were friends still. That night split us up in a permanent kind of way. Amy had taken things too far, this time Jamie joining in for a last laugh of sorts. But one night last year, that one incident was different. That one incident has changed everything. I was home, studying for an upcoming test. I was scribbling away notes at my desk, when I got a call from Amy. Strange, I thought. I hadn't heard from her in a while. As soon as I picked up, I knew something was off. She was speaking in hurried, hushed tones, like the way someone does when they're afraid of being heard by something else. Amy? Tara. Tara, help me. I'm home alone and I think something or someone I don't know is here. I don't know what to do. I rolled my eyes, hard. Nice try, Amy, but I'm not falling for that again. Go fool someone else, I said impatiently. I really needed to study for this test, it's not a joke. I swear, I'm so scared. Then a sickeningly familiar voice joined the line, low, guttural. Don't be scared, Amy. You're not really alone. I scoffed. Got Jamie there with your little voice-changing device again? Let me guess, the call is coming from inside the house. My annoyance was at its peak. I was so close to hanging up. What voice-changing device? What are you talking about? The one from your sleepover. We all heard it. Tara, I don't have a device like that. Well, maybe Jamie did. Someone called us from an unknown number and spoke in that weird distorted voice we just heard. Silence on the line. Tara, that wasn't us, I swear, she said, her voice becoming quieter and even more frightened. I was so confused. I had to know for sure. Hold on. Wait, don't leave. Putting Amy on hold, I rang Jamie and asked her about the device. She was just as confused as I was. Tara, I thought that was Amy pulling our leg. What do you mean, it wasn't her? You know, you two really don't know when to stop. This isn't funny and it never was, I scolded Jamie sharply. But she promised she wasn't joking and she seemed sincere. Now alarmed, I switched back to Amy's line. There was only a dial tone. And for the past year, it's remained a mystery. But not without unrest. I dream about her often. Every time I glimpse the missing person flyer, I feel a pang of guilt. I see her photo and I tremble. I can't even be around her grief-stricken parents knowing that I was likely the last person she spoke with who didn't even take her seriously when she needed me most. Jamie and I have a special bond now because of our last interaction with her and because we both have a tiny sliver of hope that she's still alive, somewhere. Jamie feels guilty too. If this is a joke, it's an elaborately long one. But I fear it's something much more sinister, which is why I had to let out my secret here. Amy, if you ever see this, please forgive me. And for the rest of you, don't ever cry wolf.